can hear me on the radio. You wanna turn me on, turn on your stereo. You can sing along while they're playing our song. How you done me wrong, baby, crank it up.
And now, your host, Beth Ann.
And I welcome you today to CSC Talk Radio. It is my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to be here with you today. Happy Columbus Day. We'll have to just throw that out there right away. We are going to talk about that some. But over the past 2 to 3 weeks or more, I don't know, it seems like an eternity, of the slime and the filth, Judge Kavanaugh has been confirmed. Check and checkmate. They didn't just confirm him. They went ahead and what do they call it? Swore him in. So did it happen too quickly? Was it rushed through? President Donald Trump has now had the opportunity to put 2 Supreme Court justices on the bench, and hopefully they will stand true to being constitutional judges. I don't like to hear we need a liberal judge. I don't like to hear we need a moderate judge. I don't like to hear we need a conservative judge. I want to hear a constitutional judge. The left is not done, however. If you think the slime is quit, you're wrong. They are vowing to continue their fight against Justice Kavanaugh to the point they hope to win, they want to win the November elections to take back the majority in the House and in the Senate. And if they do that, they have already promised they will begin impeachment procedures against Brett Kavanaugh and continue their fight to smear and frame and impeach President Donald Trump. Now, I don't know if you saw this. It was going all over social media. But apparently Nancy Pelosi had one of her speeches, which are getting harder and harder to understand. Not that she's ever been terribly easy to understand. But she was explaining a smear campaign and how they throw it out there and then they market it. And she was explaining exactly how it's done. She says it's a procedure. Really? So is that what you want? What we've been witnessing since the 2016 election, and really before then, we saw some of the Democrats, what they did when they went after Justice Bork and when they went after Judge Clarence Thomas. Well, it's not going to stop unless you, the voters, put an end to it. We need to end the Socialist Democrat Party. Now, I'm okay with the old-time Democrat parties. I'm not okay with today's Democrat Party. And we need to do that this November. We need to send a message. We need to make a huge attitude adjustment with a warning to the Republican Party. Now, this is the first time I've ever said I'm not going to vote a third party, and I'm not. I'm going to vote Republican. And the reason I'm going to do that is to get rid of these Democrats. Claire, you might as well start packing your bags because you're done. We talked about the democracy statement of many in our government. We hear them say it all the time. We, the people, need to back up the truck and restore our republic, a republic for today. Mob rule can no longer be permitted, and that's what a true democracy is mob rule. And boy, have we witnessed a mob trying to rule lately. Today is a holiday. And it's like a ghost town here where I'm at on the street here in California, Missouri. We sit on the street with 2 banks, the post office, there's some lawyers' offices, then the courthouse, the county courthouse. We live in a county seat. And all of them are closed today. So the traffic is near to none. But it's closed because it's Columbus Day. I want to share some of that history regarding Columbus here in a little bit. And the mob in this nation that wants to erase our American heritage, and how we, the people, can dam up the flow of ignorance and rebellious socialists taking over our once free nation, and independent people. We need to put a stopper in the flow of this ignorance. When I was in school, Christopher Columbus was a good guy. And we usually went to school on Columbus Day. I can't remember getting it off, but we might have. It's been a long time ago. But he was, to us, we were taught he was courageous. He was an explorer who sailed but he hit the wrong land. He wasn't really aiming for the Americas. He didn't have the GPS back then. Happy Columbus Day to all of you. I'm certain there are sales at the stores and online. It's a beautiful day in the flyover state of Missouri. So all those who are missing on this street, they're probably either taking advantage of the shopping, they might be sleeping or resting, or maybe catching up with work at home. But we are right here with you right now, and I'm going to share the poem. How much do you remember of learning about Columbus? Christopher Columbus. We all know at least the first line of the poem. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. We can remember that, but there's more to that poem. Do you remember the rest of that poem? So I'm going to share it with you today. You know how I like poems. So we learned this in school, and I'm wondering if you had a positive teaching about Columbus. We know he was not a perfect man, but he did have a mission. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He had 3 ships and left from Spain. He sailed through sunshine, wind, and rain. He sailed by night. He sailed by day. He used the stars to find his way. A compass also helped him know how to find the way to go. 90 sailors were on board. Some men worked while others snored. Then the workers went to sleep, and others watched the ocean deep. Day after day they looked for land. They dreamed of trees and rocks and sand. October 12th, their dream came true. You never saw a happier crew. Indians, Indians, Columbus cried. His heart was filled with joyful pride. But India, the land was not. It was the Bahamas, and it was hot. The Arakawa natives were very nice. They gave the sailors food and spice. Columbus sailed on to find some gold to bring back home as he was told. He made the trip again and again, trading gold to bring to Spain. The first American? No, not quite. But Columbus was brave, and he was bright. And they have some facts here about the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria, but I'm not going to go through all of those with you. But the sailing of his adventure was not without a lot of fear, sickness, and it was historic in the fact that they went the longest without seeing land than any other journey in the history at that time. They didn't have a speedboat, and it was truly an adventure, but it was also courageous because there was so much that could happen and did happen with their nutrition. We were told of the scurvy and things that would hit the sailors because of not having enough food or the proper food there for them. So they had sickness and they had things that were not going very well, and they had, what would we call it? Not just fear, a little rebellion. That's what I learned. That's what I remember in school. I remember he was courageous. I remember it wasn't without much fear and danger and even death. So they did sail the ocean blue, and they did discover North America, not India. So it was kind of fun. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to talk about some of the history and why do they want to remove it from the school, and how can we, the people, change that? You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann. The number to call is 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.